Xbox is not better than PlayStation, and PlayStation is not better than Xbox. They're both consoles, it's both the same game, so why on earth are you turning cross-play off? Unless, of course, it's because you're not competent to handle a full team at Legendary tier, in which case you should consider playing another tier. That is the rant over. I love to hate you. This is dedicated to all those players that turn crossplay off, and I guarantee that it's one of the people that is in one of the 3 divisions in this game. We're on trap, it's domination. I'm in one of my favourite boats, the legendary tier British destroyer, the Daring. And I love this boat so much that I've spent a lot of steel putting a full legendary main battery reload on this ship, and it works. It may not be a huge difference overall, but trust me, it works. I'm getting between 200 and 300, or even in some cases more than 300 main battery hits in a game with this one when I get into the groove with it. And there aren't like 6 radar ships on red team lighting me up every 5 seconds, which is often a recipe for an early trip back to port, because destroyers just don't have the hit points to contend with 2 minutes of entire radar. I've said before on Twitter that I'm actually quite sure that my testicles glow in the dark because there's that much radar in the game these days. But given that somebody shafted the game by turning crossplay off, I decide I'm just going to play my own game, and I'm heading straight into B cap, the cap that nobody likes to play, but it's the cap that I like to play. Now there are 2 destroyers on red team, a summoner and a gearing, and now that we know where the summoner is, and the fact that he is in smoke means that he can't see those torpedoes coming until it's perhaps a little bit too late. Now our Elbing, who could probably tear that summoner a new porthole, if I'm being polite, has decided that he's not going to go anywhere near the cap, and the rest of blue team have decided that they're going to do the legendary thing, and they're all going to hide behind rocks. I'm not. I'm going to go out and I'm going to take the fight to red team. So we get a torpedo hit, we get a flood, we get a cap reset. At the same time that we get a solo cap, but we haven't killed the summoner. Somebody else is going to do that for us, but I don't care. He's taken enough damage, he'll be an easy pickup for someone, and then he'll be off the map. What I'm concerned about is across here on A cap, I've seen the battleship that's out there, and that means that the gearing is on this cap too. And if you look off to my right hand side, kind of about the 10 o'clock position on the minimap just outside of Bravo cap, that is a Yamato. So I'm broadside to a Yamato, I'm heading towards a gearing, and the gearing is in division with the Montana. That's a recipe for disaster, really, isn't it? But there is a Schlieffen behind me, I think it is, and I'm thinking if I can get this guy to fire his guns, then the secondaries from the battleship should take this guy on. But no, he's disappeared. He's gone. I'm guessing he sailed out broadside to the Yamato. I didn't actually pay attention to what happened then, but that puts a paid to my plan. So I'm just going to, no, we're not going to fire torpedoes. We're going to get the heck out of here. We are going to move, we are going to reposition, and we're going to rethink what we can do about this capture point. We know that the gearing has taken some hits. The Yamato is still pushing in, and I hate that when the gun sight won't lock when they're just out of range. So we put a couple of torpedoes out there, and we save some because this Montana is feeling brave because his buddy in the gearing is out here. I get spotted. That's not good. Let's put the torpedoes out there. Let's turn. We've almost got smoke available, but we're going to try and chip a little bit more off this gearing's health while we kite away and while we drop detection. We are going to take some hits ourselves, but we're going to use the smoke to turn out, to turn away. And you know me, I don't like sitting in a smoke screen for long, not unless I've got sonar available and I'm feeling pretty safe, but I'm not going to sit there while a Montana, a gearing and a Yamato run me down. So you'll see there that we land a few torpedoes, and straight away we've got a 4% reduction in main battery reload because we've done more than 60,000 damage, and we're almost on 90,000 damage. Let me tell you that we aren't going to stop there, but there you go, look, torpedoes through the smoke screen. I'm not waiting for those. Now I'm actually on mic and I'm asking people, hey look, you know, can you come out from behind the rock? You know, can you actually put some fire on things? Can you actually help me here? Because you don't seem to be doing a lot behind there. Now I know that the Montana has damage controlled, so we're going to slow down as the smoke screen comes available, and we're going to pop that smoke, and we're going to try and get as many salvos off as we can while that Montana is in a turn, and try to get a fire on him. He blind fires my smoke screen. I put a couple more salvos out there, and we do indeed get a fire on the Montana. And now we're going to move out of our smoke again, because I'm sure that his buddy in the gearing is going to be hunting me down. Oh look, there's the wreck of that battleship that I was kind of thinking he could use as secondaries to support me, but no. Hey, but here we go. We all know that everybody loves a kill, and look at this, low health Montana. Now everybody is absolutely wailing on it, but let me tell you, this one is going to be mine. I think I've earned it. There we go. Now let's see what we can do about Mr. Yamato, but no, there is the gearing behind us again. So we're going to turn and we're going to get in a gunfight. He has fired his guns. Oh look, he's on fire again. Oh dear. We are going to pop our smoke. We're going to drop into it. We're sure that he's got torpedoes available, and I do see the torpedo indicator there. Obviously heading for the two ships that have been parked behind the island. But are we going to get the drop on this guy? Yes, we are. Of course we are. Now we have got an 8% reduction in reload time and 10% extra damage, 5% for each of the kills. And look, red team have 2 ships left and we have only lost 2. There is a fire on the Yamato. I am just going to keep railing on this guy. This is as good as a Sumner when you have got those stacks as far as the main battery reload goes, and that extra damage is absolutely nasty. Alright, it's not huge, but every single shell that lands on this guy has the potential to start a fire. Every single shell, well, that isn't bouncing or shattering. There we go. Look, we've annoyed that Yamato so much he puts a salvo of AP right towards us. That saved a salvo on the battleship, and he may overmatch everything, but shells that size, they're going to go straight through me, I think. At least I hope they are. My smoke's up again. I'm in it. I'm running, and here the Aegir, who has been out there across on the far cap as we pick up a Witherer, and the Aegir picks up the kill on the Yamato even though he was about to burn out. 169,000 damage, high caliber, and a Witherer with over 200 main gun hits off a destroyer, which is bonkers if it's not a Friesland. But we finished top of the board with 3449 base XP. That's what, pretty much 1200 base XP above second place. And I don't know what our Schlieffen was doing. I did try to message him and ask him if it was his first legendary ship, but he has messages blocked. But never mind, hopefully he'd learned something from that game. Don't sail broadside to Yamatos, and please guys, don't turn crossplay off. Click the like button, leave me a comment, don't forget to subscribe, and you can donate through the channel or become a member. Until next time, take care, goodbye.